Urgent Cleveland Browns fans. Do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because here, we bring you daily videos with the latest Cleveland Browns updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. Alright, Browns fans, today we have some incredible updates that are shaking up the NFL landscape, especially here in Cleveland. You know, it's been almost a month since the Browns made that shocking move in the 2025 NFL Draft, selecting a player nobody really saw coming in the 5th round. And that player, of course, is Shedeur Sanders. Yes, that's right, Shedeur Sanders, the talented quarterback from Colorado, who has already stirred quite a bit of buzz since joining our team. But what makes this story so fascinating? Well, it's not just about his draft position or his impressive college stats. It's about the journey he's on, the expectations surrounding him, and the storm of drama and praise that's been swirling around his arrival here in Cleveland. So, let's take a deep dive into everything that's been happening with Shedeur Sanders and what it really means for the Browns, especially as we head into the crucial start of OTAs next week. You see, Sanders was pegged by many NFL analysts as a potential high draft pick, someone with all the tools to be a future star. But somehow, he slipped to the 5th round, which came as a huge surprise to many. And it wasn't just the draft that caught people's attention. There was, unfortunately, some not-so-great publicity surrounding his entry into the league. On the second day of the draft, Sanders was the victim of a prank that could have gone badly wrong. His phone, which he shared with his family and close friends, was used by Jax Ulbrich, son of Browns defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich, to make a prank call, which created a bit of a stir nationwide. But let's be clear, Sanders handled it with class. Jax Ulbrich, realizing the mistake, promptly apologized and issued a public statement to clear the air. This little episode, while unfortunate, didn't overshadow his talent or his potential. Instead, it reminded everyone that, despite the drama, this young man is focused, determined, and ready to prove himself at the highest level of football. And if you've been following the Browns roster, you know that the quarterback position has been quite the discussion point lately, especially with Deshaun Watson going down for the season due to that Achilles injury. That leaves a real scramble in the QB room, with guys like Kenny Pickett, Joe Flacco, and rookie Dillon Gabriel fighting for those starting spots. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Shedeur Sanders, despite being a rookie, has already made an impression on head coach Kevin Stefanski. And Stefanski, known for his analytical approach and high standards, didn't hold back when speaking about Sanders in recent interviews. According to Stefanski, Sanders is a hard worker, a kid who's in early, gets his work done, and shows a level of dedication that's hard to find. That's huge coming from a coach like Stefanski, who values discipline and work ethic above all else. Just a few days ago, the Browns inked Sanders to a 4-year deal worth $4.6 million, a significant commitment for a rookie in the 5th round. And Sanders himself expressed nothing but gratitude for the opportunity, emphasizing that he doesn't focus on negativity or setbacks. Instead, he's laser-focused on proving what he's capable of, driven by a purpose that fuels his desire to succeed. And when you look at his college career, it's pretty clear why he's turning heads. Sanders was named the Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year in 2024 after passing for over 400 yards and tossing 37 touchdowns. Those numbers aren't just impressive, they're elite. Yet, despite his stellar college performance, he surprisingly slid down to pick 158 in the draft, which left many fans and analysts scratching their heads. Some speculated that it was due to concerns about his size, as he's not the biggest quarterback in the league. Others pointed to the fact that he played in a high-powered Colorado offense, which some NFL scouts view with skepticism. But the truth is, Sanders' talent and football IQ are undeniable. He's got a quick release, excellent mobility, and a natural feel for the game that very few rookies possess. Now, what's really fascinating is the narrative that's been developing around Sanders since he arrived in Cleveland. Many Browns fans are excited, some even optimistic, about what he could bring to the table in the future. With Watson's injury, the pressure is on everyone to step up, and Sanders is no exception. But it's not just about filling in temporarily, it's about proving that he belongs among the NFL's top quarterbacks. And from what we've seen so far, he's putting in the work, attending OTAs, and earning respect in the locker room. His work ethic, as praised by Stefanski, is a promising sign that he's serious about his development. Let's not forget that the Browns have a rich history of developing quarterbacks. From Bernie Kosar to Tim Couch, and more recently Baker Mayfield and Deshaun Watson, the team has always been in search of that franchise guy. And while Sanders might be seen as a long shot at the moment, the story of a young quarterback stepping into a challenging situation isn't new to Cleveland. The city is known for embracing underdogs, for believing in the potential of players who might not have had the brightest draft stock but who have the talent and determination to rise above. Looking ahead, the upcoming OTAs are going to be critical. This is where Sanders will get the chance to showcase his skills in a team setting, learn the playbook, and start building chemistry with his teammates. It's also a testing ground for his mental toughness, something that's often overlooked but absolutely vital in the NFL. And with the coaching staff keeping a close eye on him, every snap, every throw, and every decision will be scrutinized. But if he continues to show the work ethic and leadership qualities that Stefanski and others have praised, there's a real chance he could carve out a role, whether as a backup or even pushing for some playing time if he impresses enough. Of course, the journey isn't just about talent and hard work, it's also about resilience. Sanders has already faced some adversity, being a high-profile rookie who slipped in the draft, dealing with the prank, and now stepping into a team that's hungry for success after missing out on the playoffs last year. Cleveland's fan base is passionate, sometimes impatient, but deeply loyal. They want to see their team compete at the highest level, and they're eager to see this new quarterback develop into a leader. The pressure on Sanders is immense, but so is the opportunity. If he can harness his talent, stay committed, and learn from the veterans around him, he could very well become a key piece in the Browns' future. Now, let's talk a little about the bigger picture. The Browns' 2025 season is shaping up to be a pivotal one. With Deshaun Watson expected to be sidelined for most of it, the spotlight on the backup quarterbacks has never been brighter. Kenny Pickett, although talented, has yet to fully establish himself as a consistent starter in the NFL. Joe Flacco, the veteran, brings experience but is nearing the end of his career. Dylan Gabriel, the rookie from Oklahoma, is also in the mix, but Sanders' presence adds a fresh dynamic to the room. His youth, athleticism, and the fact that he's already turning heads in mini-camps make him a wild card that Cleveland fans are starting to get excited about. And as we look back at Sanders' college career, it's worth noting that he was not just a prolific passer but also a leader on the field. His leadership qualities, coupled with his poise under pressure, are traits that coaches value immensely. His ability to throw on the run and make plays outside the pocket makes him a threat that defenses will have to account for. Plus, his football intelligence is impressive. He's a student of the game and constantly working to improve his craft. Browns fans should be optimistic about his potential, especially considering the way Stefanski and the coaching staff have already shown confidence in him early on. Now, it's also worth mentioning that Sanders' journey isn't just about football. It's about resilience, overcoming doubts, and proving wrong those who doubted his ability to succeed at the next level. His story is inspiring, coming from a talented college career, dealing with some unfortunate moments like the prank, and now fighting for a spot in the NFL amidst a crowded quarterback room. It's a testament to his character and his determination. And the fact that he's already made a positive impression on the Browns coaching staff suggests that he's on the right track. Looking at the broader NFL picture, Sanders' story adds to the narrative of young quarterbacks making unexpected strides. We've seen it before, players who slip in the draft but go on to become stars. The league is full of stories of underdogs rising to the occasion, and Sanders could very well be the next chapter in that story. Browns fans, you should be excited because the potential is there. The talent, the work ethic, and the right mindset are all in place. Now, it's just a matter of time and opportunity. And speaking of opportunity, the upcoming season might be one of the most defining moments in Cleveland's recent history. With the team aiming to return to playoff contention, every game, every drive, and every decision will count. Sanders' development could be a key piece in that puzzle. If he continues to impress, shows resilience, and earns the trust of the coaching staff, he might not just be a backup for long. He could be the future of this franchise. And that's what makes this story so compelling. Every Browns fan loves a good comeback story, especially when it involves young talent with the heart and skills to make it big. So as we gear up for the OTAs and the start of a new season, keep an eye on Sanders. Watch how he practices, how he interacts with teammates, and how he handles the pressure. This is the beginning of what could be a remarkable journey. The Browns are a team with a history of resilience, and right now, they've got a young quarterback who's eager to carve his own path in Cleveland. Whether he becomes a star or a valuable backup, one thing is certain: Shedeur Sanders has captured the attention of Browns fans and NFL fans alike. And I promise you, this story is far from over. Pause here, just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Cleveland Browns news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now, let's continue with the big reveal. In conclusion, Browns fans, the journey of Shedeur Sanders is just beginning. With his talent, work ethic, and the support of the Cleveland coaching staff, he's already making waves. The season ahead might be filled with challenges, but also with opportunities for this young quarterback to show what he's truly capable of. The city of Cleveland loves a story of perseverance and triumph, and Sanders' story could very well be the next great chapter. Keep your eyes peeled, stay energized, and get ready for what promises to be an exciting ride with the Cleveland Browns in 2025. From the draft surprises to the early impressions, everything points to an intriguing season, one where Shedeur Sanders could become a household name in the NFL. And as always, I'll be here to bring you all the latest updates, analysis, and insights. Browns fans, your team is on the rise, and the best is yet to come.